I didn't leave teaching because I stopped caring about the students. I left teaching because admin tasks took over the job. But thankfully for today's teachers, things are changing, and AI is a big reason why. I've spent the past year helping teachers bring AI into their classrooms. I'm going to share with you what I've learned and how it's changing the job. Now, when it comes to creating lessons, a lot of teachers spend hours of their time creating PowerPoints from scratch. Or if not creating them from scratch, scouring the internet, frantically Googling free lesson slides for said topic, and if you are really desperate, sometimes even paying for them. But now teachers are creating lessons in just a few seconds with AI, and here's how. First example I'm going to show you is with ChatGPT. All you have to do is tell the AI which grade you are teaching. So I am a grade 7 teacher. Tell it the topic you would like to teach. So I am teaching a unit on adding and subtracting fractions, and then you will tell it exactly what you'd like included in your lesson. So I would like a warm-up activity, I'd like some explanations, some practice questions for students, and then a group activity to finish it off. Click enter and you'll see ChatGPT will start producing you a full lesson outline. And then what teachers are doing is they're taking the text that ChatGPT has produced and they're copying that and then pasting it over on their slideshow. So it's much quicker than sitting there and manually typing it all out yourself. Second option I'm about to show you actually creates the slides as well. So teachers are using this tool, it's called Tutero. Basically, you'll select what you would like to teach, so the skills. You can add a real world context to the lesson if you wish, and then in just a few seconds, it will produce a full lesson slideshow. In that slideshow, you'll have your real world context that you chose before. You'll have differentiated questions, which I love, means every student can get involved. You'll have slides that explain the concepts and take the students through worked examples, and then you'll even have some activities that you can run at the end of your lesson. So as you can see, two different methods of using AI, but they both essentially drastically cut down the time it would typically take. We all know math isn't always the most exciting subject, and we are constantly racking our brain trying to think of games or activities we can play that will make it fun. It could be pretty stressful, but now teachers are using AI to help them brainstorm. Obviously, we still need to use our own creativity, but it can really accelerate that process. Here's how. Similar to before, you need to provide some context on the grade and topic you are teaching, and then you need to provide the vision of what type of activity you'd like. And the more info you give it, the better the output will be. Once you're done, you'll see the AI will start producing ideas for you. You will need to make adjustments to these ideas, but it does a great job of accelerating that brainstorming process and providing you with ideas that we may not have even thought of. And finally, the bane of all teachers' existence is the admin task. And when I say admin, I mean things like marking, reporting, emailing, documentation. Now, there's many ways AI can help with admin tasks, but these are the most common I saw with math teachers. So typically, most math teachers will have a spreadsheet that looks like this when they're calculating their total grades for students. And then typically, once you have your total marks, you'll have to calculate a percentage and then an overall final grade. And that process does take a while, but with AI, it can do it for you. You do still have to do the marking, but this will help. What we're going to do is we're going to copy all of our student results from our spreadsheet over to the AI. And then we're going to tell the AI that we would like it to calculate the percentage and grade each student. You will need to provide some context on which grade correlates to which percentage. For example, let it know that 50% and above is a pass, 65 and above is a B, 80 plus is an A, whatever it is that your school uses. And then if you send that request to the AI, you will see that it will do all of that working for you in just a few seconds, saving you a ton of time. AI isn't meant to replace teachers. It's meant to replace the work that was getting in the way of good teaching. The lessons, the worksheets, the reports, they still need your judgment, but you don't need to start from scratch every single time. The role of a math teacher is becoming less about creating content and more about curating, guiding, and connecting. That's the shift. And the teachers who learn how to use AI are going to have more time, less stress, and more impact where it matters most, in the classroom. I make videos for math teachers every single week teaching them how to use AI. So if that interests you, check out some of the other videos, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.